Good morning, beautiful people. Hello, my beautiful makers of magic. I am Hillary Wolf, and this morning I want to play with leading a meditation all around using your inner sight. So I woke up this morning, or I had it last night. It feels like I got hit in the eye. My entire eye is red. You can't see it because of the amazing glare on my glasses. But it hurts to move my eyes. It hurts to have my eyes open. And this morning when I woke up, I just wanted to keep my eyes closed. They were like blurry, crusty, sore. And it actually inspired me to consider the fact that when one of our senses is off, maybe that's actually a beautiful thing in terms of navigating this human experience. When I have my eyes kind of out of commission, which is what they feel like at this point, I get to instead tap inward, rely on my inner eyes in here, my heart, my knowing, my personal power. And that is far more powerful for me than to try and observe and analyze with my human brain everything that's going on. What should I do next? Why am I feeling this way? What emotions am I dealing with? Instead, what if we were to take this away, take this out of commission, and then tap into our inner sight? What's available to us when we lead with our heart, when we lead with our intuition, when we create the inside of us as a safe space to really get grounded, come back to center, tap in, and then move forward. Or maybe not move forward, and then just be. How do we want to be based on our inner sight? So I thought that would be really fun to do as a leaded meditation this morning. And it's been a hot second since I've done a meditation, so I was really inspired to just jump onto a video and get this going. For those of you who don't yet know me, my name is Hillary Wolf, and I am a Reiki master and a Reiki master teacher, and I'm a make your own magic coach. So, and I have a puppy who just had surgery and is a little too rambunctious right now. So hopefully he won't be in the video, or hopefully he won't be loud. He'll be calm. But I work with individuals to kind of reconcile what was, fall in love with what is, and ultimately dive into our own internal superpowers so that we can make magic. We can create the sparkles and the rainbows and basically decipher messages from the universe so that we can have this gorgeous experience of flow and love and confidence and power and just knowing who we are. So that's who I am. That's what I do. The meditations that I lead are infused with Reiki, so life force energy. They're amplified meditations. And when I lead a meditation, I love to reiterate, or I love to emphasize, that there is absolutely no wrong way to meditate. I personally like to sit in a chair with my feet flat on the ground. It makes me feel grounded. I like to sit in a chair with good back support, so I have my office chair here that I like to use. I like to sit with my hands up and open because neurologically, when you have your hands up and open, it tells your brain that you are perfectly safe in this situation, and that's what we want to do in meditation. We want to create a safe space for our bodies to truly ramp down and kind of shift into this rest and repose mode and this receiving mode, so that we can then receive the Reiki that's coming through the meditation. And then we can also start to create solutions for ourselves, start to open up to possibility. And that's what meditation is all about, creating possibility. What do we want for ourselves? And how can we ramp our nervous system down to the point where we're starting to really tune into what's possible. What are the opportunities around us? Instead of being in fight and flight and worrying about all that we need to do and all that we need to be and what if I'm not doing it right, meditation takes us into a completely different space. And so with that, there's no wrong way to meditate. As long as you are comfortable, as long as you are relaxed, and as long as you are ready to receive, anything is perfect. So let's just go ahead and dive in. Let's dive into our inner sight, our intuition, shall we? So wherever you are, I'm going to go ahead and invite you to close your eyes. It certainly feels good for me right now. And I invite you to just relax the body, wherever you're at, whether you're lying down or sitting. Just take a deep breath and notice where you might be having tension in the body, what might not be quite ready to calm down yet. And just with that observation, no judgment, let's go ahead and take in some deep breaths. We're going to count to 10, breathing in with the 1 and out with the 2, and so on, for a full count of 10, so that we can allow our body to really get into a rhythm, to get into the calm, and to get into the safe space that we're in. So with that, let's go ahead and breathe in with the 1 and exhale. And in with the 2 and exhale. Let's go in with a 3 and exhale. And I noticed I did my counting wrong, but we'll just keep going with it. In with the 4 and exhale. And last one, in with the 5 and exhale. Now wherever you are, I invite you to take on your normal, natural breathing rhythm. Notice your breath. Notice your heartbeat. They are connected. And as you breathe in, I invite you to connect the breath to your heartbeat. Slow it down. Come into this space. From here, we'll go ahead and do a body scan and really start to tap into where in the body our knowing is. Where is our internal sight located for us in the body? And everybody is unique. So starting with the bottom of the feet, I invite you to just notice. Notice any sensations. Notice any energetic movement as we move through the body. And just observe. Let go of any judgment. Your body works so hard for you, and it does a gorgeous job. So let's go ahead and appreciate rather than judge as we move up from the bottom of the feet, into the top of the feet, into the ankles. And as we move upward, let's go ahead and say a thank you, especially to any points in the body that may have given us some frustrating moments recently. So coming up through the ankles, up through the calves, the shins, Thank you, legs, for moving me forward, for helping me stand. Coming up into the knees, just noticing and really turning that energy and that focus inward. Almost like turning yourself inside out, but really coming into the body. Still taking deep breaths as we come into the thighs, into the hamstrings, into the hips. I tend to want to just wiggle when I come into the hips to remind myself that I have the option of swiveling, of changing perspectives. And this right here is my foundation for myself. I am solid in this space from my hips down. I can move forward. I can move to the side. I can switch directions whenever I choose. So then moving up from the hips, again, just observing, no judgment, into the belly, up past the belly button, up into the lower back, moving upward into the mid back. Again, noticing anything that's coming up for you. If you feel sensations coming up into your belly, give them a little hug. If you feel sensations coming up into your lower back or your hips, or even your mid back, give those sensations a little hug. Thank you, body, for communicating. Moving up, still up through the body into the rib cage, and up into the chest space. Let's take a moment here to again reconnect the breath and the heart area. Taking a big deep breath. Noticing again where that breath is going. And envisioning flow as that air moves into the body and rejuvenates the cells within the system. Giving the heart space its own little hug. Thank you for allowing me to be a loving being. Thank you for allowing me to lead with love. Thank you, heart, for feeling all the feels. Coming up into the shoulders. If you feel as though the shoulders are holding some tension, relax those shoulders just a bit. Relax the arms. Allow that breath to move through the shoulders. Drop the shoulder blades into the back pockets. Come into the arms. Up into the neck. Thank you, neck, for holding this amazing head on my body. Thank you for allowing me to look in any direction for the infinite opportunities that I have available. Still looking inward, coming up into the head space. So first coming into the back of the jaw. Relaxing the back of the jaw just a little bit more, which then allows breath to come in even more into the body. It allows more oxygen to infiltrate our system and again rejuvenate the cells. Allowing our focus and our observation to come up into the cheekbones in the front of the face, relaxing the cheekbones. These are our people-pleasing muscles right here, connected to the cheekbones. So relax those, let yourself be vulnerable. Don't worry about keeping a smile on your face. Just relax here. Relaxing the eyes. Bringing the focus to that point between the eyebrows. This is your third eye, your intuition. Coming up into the forehead, our favorite place to overanalyze, relaxing the muscles within the forehead. And then coming up to the crown of the head, the very top of the head. And I invite you to imagine as though there's a little trapdoor at the top of the head. And when we open that trapdoor, we allow for universal life energy, for source, for messages from God, for nudges from the universe to come right through this space. And this morning we're just going to leave it open while still staying within the body. So go ahead and open that trapdoor, almost as though you're opening a window and taking in a beautiful breath of what's just outside. Breathing in that supportive source energy. Breathing in the love from the universe. And then coming back into the body. Noticing all of the places in the body that might be holding tension, and allowing that breath or that wind, that breeze that comes in when you open that trap door, allowing that beautiful universal healing energy to come in through the top of the head and infiltrate those spaces that might be holding tension or discomfort. Allow those pieces of you to just be and love them. And now let's come back to the heart space. And in this space, I invite you to again notice yourself as an entire being. We've observed the flow of energy through our entire beings. And again, I invite you to turn inward. And in this space, I invite you to let go of anything that feels unsafe, that feels resistant. Just be here in this space, almost as though your body is a cocoon. Your body is a little fallout shelter, and you get to climb in, and in this space, you are absolutely safe. But it's dark in here, and that's perfect. But in this space, as you are feeling into the safety of this body, you notice that it doesn't feel dark at all. You, in fact, have perfect vision. It's almost like Technicolor, HD. You can still see and sense and feel everything absolutely perfectly. And in this space, I invite you to breathe in the connection between yourself and your personal power, in knowing that there is an alternate sight option when all the lights are off. You don't need to see. You already can see. Your vision is perfect within this space. With your human eyes closed, what can you feel? What can you sense? What other senses are perking up even more when your human eyes are closed? What can you hear? Not necessarily with your human ears, but what can you hear from Source or the universe around you? And then from this space in the heart space, let's move our focus down into the belly area. But let's create a rope from this heart space, from this alternate viewing option, this HD vision, this technicolor space. Let's create a rope and let's ground ourselves in that knowing. So imagining this big, powerful, yet beautiful, loving rope or cord. We're going to drop it from this heart space down in through the chest, down into our solar plexus, which is our power center. We get to amplify our power by tapping into our internal vision, our knowing. Dropping that cord down into the belly. And then that cord splits at about the hip area. We're going to drop that cord down one through each leg. And we're going to bring that cord all the way down through the legs and out the bottoms of the feet. We're going to let that cord move through the floor of the building that we're in. We're going to let that cord continue to drop down into the earth, through the different layers of the earth, and ultimately connect us from our heart space all the way to the center of the planet. We're not only going to amplify our internal vision and our knowing, we're grounding it in this experience. And I invite you to imagine as though there is a center to our planet. Maybe even put a jewel or a gem smack dab in the center, in the core of our earth. And envision as though these two cords that have just come from your feet wrap themselves around that gem or that stone. You're anchored. You're not just rooted, you're anchored. And in this space, I invite you to remind yourself, I am knowing. When I come into myself, I can see what's next for me. I don't need to judge or analyze or worry about this experience because I can already see all of my options, all of the possibility that's available to me when I come into my body. I am grounded in my intuition. I am intuitive. Taking a few more breaths in this space, I invite you to just stand in your grounded, anchored vision of this experience. Feel it in the body. Know it's true. And give that alternate vision option a little hug now that you've acknowledged that it's there. And as you stand in this personal power of knowing, of seeing without your eyes, let's go ahead and take 3 solidifying breaths. Really putting all of this in place, receiving it into our cells. Breathing in with the 1 and exhale. And in with the 2 and exhale. Last one, in with the 3 and exhale. And if you're ready to come out of this space, I invite you to do so. Go ahead and open your eyes without judgment. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. And I invite you to take this knowing, this vision within yourself. We all have it. It's all there for you. When you don't have one sense, all you have to do is turn inward so that you can move forward with an even more amplified version of that sense that you've tapped into from within. I invite you to all have a beautiful rest of your day, a beautiful rest of your week, and I'll talk to you soon, guys. Happy seeing.